All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? We're back here with the March 19th, Tuesday NHL breakdown for 13 games tonight on tap, FanDuel, and DraftKings. If you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton over here. If you are not a member yet, head over to SHIPITNation. Click on join now. Use that promo code MASTERS15 as you see right here on the screen. SHIPITNation.com/join. If you want PGA only just to get in for the Masters, we have that. But I do highly suggest MLB is just 9 days away. We got you covered there. We got you covered for the rest of the NBA season, obviously NHL, NFL once it returns. We got you covered for all sports, NASCAR, PGA. Get in now. Monthly package takes it down to about $2 to $2 to $3 a day. Once you use that promo code Masters15 for life is the promo code there. Let's jump right in and talk about some favorite stacks that I'm looking at tonight, some favorite value plays like always, a couple favorite goalies, and then, as always, my final content, slate plan, core plays will be live over behind the paywall up at SHIPITNation.com. Let's start with the top, one of the highest owned or heaviest favorites on the slate here, minus 390 faves at home here. Edmonton gets Montreal coming to town. Edmonton coming off a tough loss there at home last game to Colorado. Look for them to bounce back here in a big way. Expect them to get heavy ownership here. Their price points are pretty expensive, so it could keep their ownership in check, especially with 13 games. Ownership shouldn't matter too much, but great plays. Zach Hyman, Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, this top line playing great hockey right now. Love the spot for them. Love the matchups for all these guys. Great play. Evan Bouchard, 6,800 for a D-man. Great play here. Gets one of the best matchups on the slate. And then the second line with McLeod and Fogle here with Leon Draisaitl, think is a great line as well. So Edmonton, minus 390, one of the top stacks of the slate. Really like the spot for them. Jumping into probably my second favorite stack here. It's going to be the road team, Minnesota Wild here. Wild playing pretty good hockey. Won 3 of their last 4. Fought 4 of their last 6. Dropped 2 tough ones on the road to St. Louis and Colorado. Now they get a great matchup here heading into Anaheim. They're playing good hockey right now. Kirill Kaprizov here is playing out of his mind. Really love him. Pair him with Hartman and Boldy on that top line. Really like those 3 guys, that 3-man line stack right there, like a ton. And then the second line, you get a nice value with guys like Marco Rossi, Johansson, and Zuccarello. Really like Minnesota here. Minnesota in tournaments, probably one of my favorite stacks of the day. Just Anaheim, god awful at home defensively. Expected goals are 29th in the league. They give up the most high danger chances in the league over the last 10 home games. So really, really like the spot for Minnesota, my second favorite stack of the evening. Jump into another team here. I expect to get a lot of ownership. It's Tuesday. It's Forsberg Tuesday. It's Scoresburg Tuesday. Whatever you want to say. This guy's a freak on Tuesdays. Now gets one of the best matchups in the league here. 8,400, Phil Forsberg, one of the top plays on the entire slate. Great pairing with Gustav Nyquist and Ryan O'Reilly. Matchup against the Sharks here. Sharks got a backup goalie in today as well. Dude's 1-5 on the season. Nashville going to get heavy ownership, but they're fantastic plays here. It's hard to ignore. Forsberg, O'Reilly, Nyquist. The overall line stack there is pretty cheap. You got cheap guys like Jason Zucker on that second line there with Beauvillier and Colton Sissons. And then you got a third line with guys like Luke Evangelista and Tommy Novak, who are 2 pretty good, solid players there for value. So really like Nashville here. And then obviously you got Roman Josi up at the top in terms of D-men, one of the top D-men spends on the entire slate. Nashville, great play here tonight. One of my top stacks of the evening. Jumping into another stack you can take a look at here. It's going to be these Vegas Golden Knights here at home against Tampa. Minus 135 favorites here at home. Jack Eichel's been back. Ever since he's been back, he's been playing great. Since they've been back, Vegas is 3-3 here. Vegas looking to keep it rolling here. Look for a nice win here. They need to pick it up. Both these teams are pretty even, right? Vegas 36-31 on the year. They got to pick it up. They got to improve their seeding for that Stanley Cup race. Jack Eichel, really like him. Barbashev and Marchessault, really like that top line. Vegas line 1 for me. Barbashev's got a nice price point. Marchessault, 6,500. He's going to play all the minutes he can handle. He's great pairing. And then down on that third line, don't sleep on William Karlsson and Dorofeyev here. Pavel Dorofeyev, probably butchered that name. But the third line, I like that two-man pairing there. Karlsson's up on that top power play as well. So like Vegas here quite a bit. Prices are nice. Matchup's good. Like them quite a bit. Probably my favorite sneaky stack on the entire slate here is actually going to be the Columbus Blue Jackets here on the road facing Detroit. This is an expected matchup, expected goals matchup here for me. Columbus 1-4 in their last 5 games. Only game they won was against the Sharks. I think this is a spot where they can head into Detroit and beat this team here. I'm not very impressed with Detroit lately. I like the matchups, and looking at the numbers, Detroit is the worst team over the last 10 home games, giving up over 4.5 goals per game on average. Their expected goals is up over 3.7. They give up the third most high danger chances in the league. Give me some of these Blue Jackets at literally no ownership here tonight. Alexander Nylander's playing great hockey right now. Pair him with Boone Jenner and Gaudreau. That's a great stack there. All those guys are going to be super low owned. And then the second line with guys like Alexander, Texier, Sillinger, and Marchenko. All those guys are super cheap. Second line, great matchups. I think Columbus is a sneaky stack here tonight. They're definitely one of my favorite lower owned value type stacks to fit around those big boy stacks that I talked about earlier. Last team I'll mention here is the Rangers. Rangers at home against Winnipeg. Rangers playing good hockey, won 2 straight, scored 7 goals, 5 goals in each of those 2 games, coming off of Pittsburgh and the Islanders. Look for them to keep it rolling here. Last time they played Winnipeg earlier in the year, it was 3-2. They won. I think they could see another 3 or 4 goal game out of here, out of the Rangers. Zibanejad's still 6,200. That's super cheap for him. Chris Kreider's been playing great all season long. Like the price point on him. Roslovic is a nice cheap pairing. You can throw in that top line. And then the second line with Vincent Trocheck, who's been great all year long. Artemi Panarin, who's been a freak all season long. And Alexis Lafreniere. Got some nice value plays there. Always got the value or the mid-tier Adam Fox right at 5,800, getting top power play at time. So Rangers going to round out my 6th favorite stack that I'm looking at on the slate. Jumping into some value centers on the slate. First guy, Evgeny Kuznetsov here for Carolina. This is a matchup play. He's on the road, second line, getting power play time. Going to play anywhere from 16 to 18 minutes. Islanders rank kind of middle of the road against centers. He's 3,300, playing good hockey right now, averaging nearly 3 shots on goal per game. So I do like Evgeny Kuznetsov here quite a bit. Another guy, Max Domi. They get a pretty solid matchup here on the road in Toronto. Max Domi, 3,200, playing 14 to 16 minutes anywhere in there. He's averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game. So I do like Max Domi at his price point here. 2 more guys. First guy, Pierre-Luc Dubois here, 3.9K. Gets a great matchup at home against Chicago. Chicago ranks 21st in the league against centers. He's getting top power play time as well. Third liner here. So do like Pierre-Luc Dubois at 3,900. And then the last guy I'll bring up, Cole Sillinger here. Talked about liking Columbus. Second line, Detroit ranks 30th in the league against centers. He's getting power play time as well. He's going to play anywhere upwards of 18 minutes. He's averaging almost 18 and a half minutes per game over the last 5. So Cole Sillinger, 4K, going to round out the value centers I'm looking at on the slate. Jumping over into some value wings, going back to the Toronto squad. Bobby McCann, line mate to Max Domi. Another great line there is line 2 for Toronto. Bobby McCann, 3,600, playing great hockey right now. I think he's a great value play at his price point. Another guy, Vancouver. This is more of a matchup play for me. Connor Garland, 4K. He's been playing good hockey right now. He's 4K flat, getting power play time. Buffalo ranks 31st in the league against right wing. So Connor Garland at 4K, I think is a solid one-off guy. Already talked about Zucker here. Jason Zucker, 4K, gets a great matchup against the Sharks. Nashville, one of the best spots on the slate. So him, I think he's a good play, getting power play time. And then the last guy, Ivan Barbashev here, up on that top line, skating next to Marchessault and Jack Eichel at 3,600 in a good matchup against Tampa. I think Ivan Barbashev here is a great value wing on this slate. Jumping over into some value demon you can take a look at. First guy is going to be Tyson Barrie here. Love this matchup. He's back from sitting out a couple games. He came back last game against Seattle, played 15 minutes. I expect him to get upwards of 20 minutes now here tonight. Top power play time, Tyson Barrie, 3,200. Great matchup. San Jose ranks 32 in the league, 32nd, dead last in the league against D-man. Tyson Barrie, my favorite value demon on the entire slate. Don't like chasing a ceiling game, especially a ceiling game where this guy scored 41 points at 2,800, but his price point went up $100. He's still going to play 18 to 20 minutes here. He's still averaging 3 shots on goal per game over the last 5. He's still going to block some shots. Dmitry Orlov for Carolina gets a solid matchup here still on the road in New York. So 2,900, I think he's fine as a punt demon. Don't expect 40 points again, but if he gets you anywhere from 5 to 10 points, that's plenty at 2,900 for what it does for your roster. So I do like him. 2 more guys. First guy, Matthias Ekholm, 4K. This is a minutes play. He's going to get over 20 minutes, over 21 minutes. Edmonton, great matchup here tonight at home against Montreal. He gets power play time, so Matthias Ekholm at 4K. I like the spot for him. And then the last guy, Luke Hughes, more of a matchup play here. Pittsburgh ranks 29th in the league against D-men. He's up on that top power play. He's playing all the minutes he can handle, 20 to 22 minutes. 3,800, don't love him, but it's still minutes, lead opportunities, getting power play time as well at sub 4K. So Luke Hughes, definitely have some interest in him. Jumping over into the goalie section here. Going to talk about probably one of the chalkiest goalies on the slate here. Juuse Saros, 8,500. One of the heaviest favorites on the slate. At home, great goalie. Gets a great matchup against the Sharks. Price is a little scary at 8,500, but there's a lot of value on the slate. You can fit it in if you want to spend all the way up. Saros would be my preferred option. Another guy for a little bit cheaper, Igor Shesterkin, talked about liking the Rangers quite a bit. Another home goalie, 8,100, should see some volume for Winnipeg. That's basically a pick-em game there. I mean, both the teams are pretty equally matched, 43 and 24 for the Jets, 45 and 23 on the season for the Rangers, pretty much equivalent team. I give the upper hand to the Rangers at home, so Igor Shesterkin, do like him. 2 more guys, 1 more guy up at the sub or above 8K range is going to be Philip Gustav here, 8,300 for Minnesota. Talked about liking Minnesota a ton. He is on the road, but I still think he's fine. He's a great goalie here. Like Minnesota to win the game. His price is fair. I think he's a good option. And then my GPP tournament option here is a scary one, but it's Daniil Tarasov here, 7,200 for Columbus. Talked about liking Columbus. I think Columbus, my hot take of the day. Columbus wins this game in Detroit, 7,200. Even in a loss, he can get you there. He's been crushing it as of late, 24, 19, 29, 13, and 29. I think he's a great option here at 7.2K for his upside in tournaments. That's going to do it for this edition of the NHL Quick Hit. Again, if you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're not a member yet, use that promo code MASTERS15, gets you 15% off any package you do choose. Get in here, get all the breakdowns for all the sports we have, projections, course fit tier rankings for PGA or the Masters is coming up here. MLB is right around the corner, 9 days away. Got you covered for that. Got you covered for showdowns, everything, you name it, we got you covered. 15% off, Masters 15, any package you do choose. But good luck tonight in your contest. Hope to see those SHIPIT Nation logos at the top. I'm Nadesify. Catch you guys next time.